Hey, yo, peace. What's up, y'all? This your big brother, Big Mike, checking in. Real Talk TV. Hope you guys are having a blessed day, and thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. Hey, shout out to all the subscribers, man. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank y'all for liking the videos and leaving me comments, letting me know how much y'all appreciate the content. Sorry I can't respond to everybody in a timely manner. It's a lot of comments. I mean, I don't have that much time in the day to do that, but I do appreciate you guys to leave me comments. Let me know how much y'all appreciate the content, man. God bless y'all. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, like button, hit me up in the comments, and also share the video. And yeah, if you want to support the channel via memberships or donations, the description is down below. It's not required, like I always say, but greatly appreciated. The more y'all do for me, the more I can do for you guys, okay? All right, so let's talk about it, y'all. I want to talk to the younger generation, man. Y'all really need to hear this, man, because the way of the younger generation now is alarming. I understand being in a position I was once in, that a lot of you guys may feel enticed to live that street life, young men and young women. But I'm here to tell y'all, that's not what you want. That is not what you want. Street life is not it. It's not it. Me personally, I've never really been heavily involved in the streets, even though I have been to a degree. Like I told y'all in previous videos, I've scratched the surface. Yeah, I experimented with some stuff, but I never went too far, and I thank God for that. You know, I had friends when I was younger who was involved in that a lot more than I was. You know, I was with them. I was, at the time, their friends, but I never got too deeply involved with that. You know, I had friends who were into robbing and breaking into houses and all kind of crazy stuff, and I was like, nah, that's why I leave y'all alone. Like, I ain't getting involved in that. And I thank God for that, because I had, you know, very strict stepfather. He was very strict. That dude, he put it on me, man. He whooped my ass many times, you know, when I would do knucklehead stuff. And I'm glad I had him in my life for that, even though we haven't talked in some years for various reasons. I don't really care to get into right now, but, you know, I thank him for keeping me kind of straight, even though I used to go astray sometimes. Because of him, I never went too far. You know, I had a curfew. Out of all my friends, I had a curfew. And they used to laugh at me and things like that. Man, you gotta be in the house at 9 o'clock. But I'm glad he did that, because that kept me out of so much stuff. And those of you guys who got parents, man, who may have a strict policy at home, you might have to be in the house at a certain time. Trust me, you don't understand it now, but you will later on. They're doing that for your own good. I mean, I know some parents can be overly strict, but there's no such thing as overly strict when you talk about protecting you from what's out there in these streets, man. Ain't nothing going on past 9, 10 o'clock at night that's any good, really. I mean, trust me, there's nothing really out there past a certain time. Only thing you're gonna find out there at that time of night is crime, trouble, and yeah, that's basically it. You're not gonna find too many things good after 10 o'clock at night, man. So you guys who are trying to live that lifestyle, you may be enticed by that lifestyle. I know that the drug dealer lifestyle looks good. You know, you see these guys with the cars and the pretty women and the money and things like that who might be involved in that drug dealer life. But that has the end result that's not gonna be good. There's only two ways out of that: prison and the graveyard. That's it. You don't see many retired drug dealers or retired gangsters. You don't see a lot of people like that. Very rarely do a drug dealer get out clean. Most of them get what I just mentioned: prison or the grave. And that's not what you want. You know, I've had certain people in my past. I'll never forget when I was 16 years old. I'll never forget it. I was at my aunt's house back in the day when I was coming up, and my cousin, his friend, approached me while I was doing dishes and offered me to sell drugs for him. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I don't want to get involved in that. And he's like, okay, he walked away, no problem. Because like I said, I already knew what the end result was. Now, when I got a little bit older, I did try that, just selling weed. Like I told you guys, I was 18, 19 years old. I didn't have much money at the time, and I got tired of being broke at that time, man. I got tired of being broke, man. And I know you guys may go through that same thing. You may be frustrated or get, you know, tired of being broke. But man, you don't want to do that. And I already knew in my heart, I did not really want to do that. I did that for like 3 weeks. I sold some weed for 3 weeks. And I'm like, man, this ain't for me. Like, I can't do this, because if I got caught up, if I got arrested or if something happened to me out there in the streets, what that would have done to my family, man. I couldn't do that to them. They, my stepfather put in too much work, even though me and him didn't always see eye to eye. He put in a lot of work to keep me straight. And like I said, I had scratched the surface with some stuff, and I was a knucklehead. I did go astray a lot, but I never went too far. I know a lot of guys throughout my life, man, who lived that life, and now they're no longer here. I'm only 40, which is not an old person. And these guys who I came up with died in their 20s. Ain't nothing cool about that, man. Ain't nothing cool about losing your life out here in these streets. For what? For the glitz and glamour of it? Look, man, the devil paints a picture of this being a glamorous lifestyle, but he offers you nothing good, man. The Bible says that the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And he's destroying our people, the young people, with that lifestyle. He makes it look good, sure. He makes it look attractive. The dope boy cars and the money and the pretty women. But like I said, what's the end result of that? There's no clean way out of that lifestyle. And you young women who are following guys like that, the only thing you got in the end waiting for you is to be a single mother. We see it time and time and time again. It looks good, sure, that he got the money and the cars and all that stuff. But you think he's going to be committed to you? He's more committed to the streets than he'll ever be to you. And that's what you want. That's what you want with your life. Come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. And right now, you may be working hard towards your goals. You need to be looking to go to school or get a better job, wherever the case is, right? Let's say you 17, 18, 19 years old right now, and you may have friends that's involved in that type of stuff. If you are trying to do the right thing, keep your nose clean, work an honest job, even though it may not pay a lot, stick with that. Don't get enticed by that lifestyle and try and live that life. Believe me, you don't want that. I remember when I was 16, 17, and I was working at Burger King. I used to go to work. When I was going to work, my friends who was out there in the streets, they see me going to work with my Burger King uniform on. And they'd be like making all these jokes. Hey man, bring me back a sandwich or something like that. Or making fun of me because I was going to Burger King to go to work. They was out there in the streets. But I'm like, hey, at least I ain't got to worry about looking over my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and they couldn't say nothing, but I say all that to say that, yeah, at that particular time, I didn't have a lot of money when I was 17, 18. Of course, who does at that age, unless you're selling dope or you got a rich family or something like that. But I'm proud of what that's brought me at today. I always knew the value of hard work, even if you didn't make a lot. You can rest well at night. You can rest peacefully at night, knowing that you made an honest living, that you didn't have to do it illegally, and that your means are not ill-gotten, and that you don't got to worry about the cops kicking in your door at 2 o'clock in the morning. I rested well knowing that. Yeah, they laughed at me then, but a lot of them, as I just said, they're not here no more. Or they locked up in prison or did time in prison. So looks like I made the right. Looks like I made the right choice. And so I'm encouraging you guys, man. Please stay away from that. There's nothing out there for you that's any good. If you are focused on your education, you focused on getting a better job or whatever the case is, look, man, stick with that. It may not look as glamorous, but in the end, it yields dividends. You'll be there for your family. If you get married or if you have kids, you will be there for your children. These guys who lived that life, they had kids, and guess what? These kids growing up without fathers or strung out mothers because their mothers got too heavily dipped into that lifestyle. I've seen it happen time and time and time again. And I'm just blessed that I was one of the fortunate ones to make it out of that. But look, man, you keep working hard, do the right thing, stay away from that lifestyle. Ain't nothing out there for you that's any good. Now, I know when you're young, you might want to hit the clubs and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna sit there and knock that. I mean, I did that. I used to go out and things like that to the clubs. But when things got crazy, when I saw that something was about to pop off, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not trying to get caught up in none of that. You know what I'm saying? Stop sticking around to see something happen. And that's how that Migos guy got shot or whatever. I don't really know. I never really read into that too deep. But he caught a bullet that wasn't even meant for him. And it happens. You staying around, just gotta see the drama. Man, them streets, I'm telling you, ain't nothing out there. Ain't nothing out there. You know, and being that I've seen that happen so many times, I'd be remiss in not telling you guys that if you want to live that lifestyle, or if you're being enticed to live that lifestyle, look, man, that's not what you want. Stay away from that. There's nothing out there that's going to benefit you. Not saying you can't go out, but be wise in where you go. Tell you another story, and I'm going to close. When I was in my early 20s, I forgot, I might have been like 22, 23, whatever. But there was a night, and I thank God for this, I did not go. God has really saved my life a lot of times, you know. Hindsight's always 20/20, and when I look back on it, I realize how he saved me. At the time, I didn't really realize it, but I was like 22, 23 years old, and my boys at the time, they came by the house. Hey man, we about to hit this club, whatever, you want to go? I'm like, nah, I'm staying in tonight. Didn't want to go. Later on that same night, early into the wee hours in the morning, one of my boys comes knocking my window. I thought something happened. And actually it did. He said that there was somebody that shot up in the club. They shot the club up, right? And he said that there was a bullet that went right next to this, it flew right past the seat that was next to him. And he couldn't help but come to tell me, what if you were sitting right there? And I just went to bed thinking, after we had that conversation, I went to bed thinking, wow. Like, I just could do nothing but thank God that I wasn't there. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My alarm went off. But yeah, man, go close the video. I made that point about me not going with my boys at the time to the club. And that incident happened. You know, I just could do nothing but thank God I wasn't there. But man, I'm just thankful that I did not dabble too far into the streets. Like I said, I had friends who did all kind of wild stuff at the time, but I never wanted to really get too deeply involved in that, because I already knew what the end result was, and I couldn't let my family down. So, but I say all that to say, man, if it sounds too good to be true, usually it is. The glitz and the glamour and the lights of that world out there, not saying you can't enjoy yourself sometimes, but be careful where you go, be careful what you get involved in, because man, these streets will swallow you up. They entice you with all the things that looks attractive, but in the end, it's just gonna swallow you up. These streets do not love you, man. These streets do not love you. They will eat you alive. Nobody can beat those streets. So be careful what you do. And if you're trying to earn your money the right way, you got friends laughing at you, so-called friends anyway, that's all right. Keep your nose down, continue to work. In the end, you'll see where your life at. You'll see where your life is at in the next 10 to 15, 20 years. You can see where their life is at. And you'll be glad you made that choice. But anyway, that's all I got for the video, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you thought about the video. But until next time, you guys be blessed and take care, man. It's your big brother, Big Mike, checking out. Peace.